Hey everybody, you know when people just try and sell you stuff in their videos? Don't you just hate it? Don't you just hate it when people have made 175 entertaining videos for your viewing pleasure, free of charge, and then they have the audacity to try and sell you something that they've worked really hard on that they're super proud of? Well, I'm going to do that today. Most people save it till the end of their videos. I'm going to do it at the beginning of my video because I'm a free spirit, like Willy. No, not groundskeeper Willy, you know, Willy the giant dolphin of Arimathea. Note to self, script videos. Georgetown! Yes, so that's what I'm going to do. Look at the weather! It's supposed to be summer still, sort of, for a while. That's daylight! Anyhow, sales pitch. I want to tell you about something that I think is incredibly awesome that I've done that you should all think very seriously about spending a little bit of money on. To speak in poems, some of the newer viewers among you may not know that I'm a musician. I made an album earlier on this year called Triple U, and you can buy it on a proper CD in a proper case, all saran wrapped with printing and all this sort of stuff. This is what the proper version looks like. But that's rubbish. I think you should buy what I call the indie version, which is this. It's slightly cheaper, which is good point number one, but also it's much cooler. It comes basically like this. There's a CDR which I will write on for you in Sharpie in my own personal hand, so that's cool. But more awesome than that even, I will do you a one-off, bespoke, hand-drawn cover, which, let's face it, it's pretty cool. Here's a few of the best ones I've done before. On this one, for example, there's a little kid dancing and saying to a giant phoenix, "Will I always be the same?" That's something for you to think about on the long, cold winter nights, girls and boys. This one has a couple of shadowy figures looking at an awesome, epic forest fire, and one of them saying to the other, "You started it." I wonder what they're thinking. This one is set in Antarctica, and there are a couple of penguins together hanging out, and one of them says to the other one, "Are you shivering? What?" It's like art or something. And this one's got a mischievous looking purple bear, so that's cool also. My point is this: the album's really good, I promise, okay, but if you're gonna buy it, which I really think you should, buy this version, which is slightly cheaper and infinitely more awesome. But George, where do I go to buy this totally awesome thing that you've done, that you're well proud of, that you've worked hard on? Okay, go to georgereese.com. No, that's wrong. Go to georgereese.bigcartel.com. Bam! I'll put a link in the description. And you can spend not very many pounds on something that will be a family heirloom, because let's face it, I'm going places, kids. Seriously, go buy it. It's going to be awesome. georgereese.bigcartel.com. 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 It's a tongue twister. And selling over. Okay, let's move on to the hilarious chat section of the video. Thanks for waiting. Why is it getting so much darker? The batteries are running out in the sun. I want to tell you about my second channel. A few weeks ago I told you I was going to be making more really rough second channel vloggy type videos for a particular reason. I can now tell you that particular reason, and I will link to the first of these vloggy type videos in which you will find out that reason there. And in the doobly-doo. I watched a bit of the new Through the Keyhole show with Keith Lemon. I figured out who he reminds me of, Nick Grimshaw, off of the Radio 1 breakfast show, Grimmy. Keith Lemon went in Tom Fletcher's house and he was all like, "Oh, I've got a cat, oh, I'm getting itchy. That's what Nick Grimshaw sounds like all the time. It's a problem when you're not sure which is the parody. I mean, Radio 1, with a few exceptions, is incredibly bad. I mean, ignoring the presenters even, the music is just... I was listening this morning, I heard a song that I hadn't heard before, which I thought was Maroon 5. Turns out it was Fall Out Boy. But one of the lines was, I think I'm quoting directly, "My heart is like a stallion. They love it more when it's broken," which doesn't really rhyme, or scan, or make any sense. And the reason I thought it was Maroon 5 was because it was in that kind of robot-y, auto-tuned voice, and it sounded like Adam Levine. But that's testament to the fact that Adam Levine has made himself into this ridiculous android version of a human in the pursuit of becoming Katy Perry. He's really starting to remind me of Inspector Gadget, and not the cool Matthew Broderick Inspector Gadget, but the terrifying double-negative robot Matthew Broderick with stupid teeth Inspector Gadget. This is why I don't review music in my Georgetown Reviews stuff videos, because I don't like any of it. Actually, that's not true. I listened to a Jackson Browne track the other day, which I will link in the description. It's so cool. 6 minutes getting to the point, and then he just blows your mind. And then he has the absolute gall to just fade out as though it was no big deal. I'm gonna link it. You've got to listen to it, it's so amazing. Went to a pub quiz last night. There's a pub quiz near here which we go to occasionally, and there's a team that's always there. They call themselves Girls on Top, and they bring their husbands or whatever, and they are another team. They call themselves Boys Underneath, and they're just all of them, and they take it really seriously and they get really upset if they don't win. We won, obviously. I wanted to call our team Girls on Top, just to annoy them. It was me and my dad and my sister Katie, and no one else wanted to call them Girls on Top. So we went with the Harry Potter themed Professor Quizzle instead. But comment below if you think we should have been called Girls on Top, because I think that would have been funny. Or comment below with your brilliant ideas for a quiz team name. Maybe we'll call ourselves that next week. My personal favourite that I've come up with in the past is Quiz Akabusi. Brilliant. But anyway, you can have a go downstairs. Thanks for watching to the end, everyone. I apologise for everything. Bye bye.
Happy summer in the city! I am Georgetown!
Oh, and one more thing. I'm doing an amazing, super awesome gig in Carshalton on Friday, this Friday, the 13th of September. Ooh, spooky. I've just been promoted to headliner, so I'm really excited. It's going to be amazing. Dodloddle's playing as well, and it's for my friend Joe. He's going to Ecuador to build, like, houses for orphans or something awesome, so it's going to be a good gig. The tickets aren't very much money, and it's quite easy to get to, so you should come. It'll be amazing, I promise. And I'll be playing songs from the album Triple U, which is available on indie version. Hits such as I'm an individual and I'd better say and what if I'd known you, and so on and so forth. Very well priced and brilliant. Come to the gig. Oh, and one more thing. Some friends of mine have started a channel called The Storytelling Channel, which you should definitely subscribe to. Here's a link to a brief video with everything you need to know about it. You should go and check it out. It's amazingly cool. Thank you, that's definitely all. Bye bye.